Alright guys, so essentially what this is going to be is what I was trying to do last night, but I had some issues. So we're going to be doing 100 runs of Darkheart Thicket through Legion. I'm doing the loot appraiser, and then I'm also going to be talking a little bit about what I found out last night running this. I did 10 runs last night, but we're going to restart that over because I wasn't able to get it just right. I got the runs down, I got the route down, and exactly how I'm going to pull it. So this should go much smoother. My fastest run last night was right at 5 minutes and 13 to 14 seconds for a full clear. So we should be looking at that for these. And we're going to jump right into it. So we are doing Legion raw gold farming with this one. Me, Darkheart Thicket is the one that we're doing. You can do it all in 3 large pulls. You can grab all these guys here, and you can just run all the way to the first boss. Then once you kill the first boss, just rinse and repeat. So you're going to kill the first boss, drag all the mobs down to the second boss, and then same thing for the last. But one of the main reasons why I wanted to do this one first was because of the large number of mobs. And from what I saw last night, the numbers are actually really nice. And then there's also a nice little surprise bonus with running the Legion dungeons that I hadn't really taken into consideration. I kind of forgot about. Alright, just double checking I'm not having the same kind of mic issues that I was having last night. Yep, looks like we're doing good. Alright. Then, like I said, we just go from the first boss, and then we just drag everything down. The only ones that get a little tricky here is that if you haven't run this before, you do have to kill all of these nightmare dwellers before this before Oakheart will awaken, essentially. So just kind of run through. What I was doing is I was running through them, and these guys take a long time to run back. So I would just run back to here, and then focus Azurite Beam, kill everything. Boom. Those guys can be a little bit of a pain because they run away. Then do the same thing again. Just run through, grab all the mobs, and then get up here to Saren. Alright. And there's a little chest. Sometimes the chest will spawn. I always get it just because like that's such a good amount of resources. Last night I got it twice out of my runs. That's not too bad. And then this is the only part that gets a little bit annoying. So these right here, they'll kind of it knocks you off your mount. So this is the last little spot that you can use your mount. So what I've been doing is I just heroic leap into these guys, and then right here I'll kill them down because they kind of a pain. They're a little slow, as you can see here. So I just come back and kill these guys because dragging these guys all the way to the top, it just takes forever for them to get there. And then run up here. Kill those guys real quick. Normally heroic leap is all the way back up by the time I get up here. And then charge in. As a red beam to make it quick. Done. Let's see. Nice and quick. So the key here, guys, is that when I did my 10 runs last night, I got right at 4,700 raw gold, which is a decent amount. But the other key is that I got 34 of the Blood of Sargeras. You don't always get them off of each boss, but I had a lot. So what you do is you go back to the vendor in Dalaran, and I was turning them into, I was turning it back into the vendor for Starlight Rose and Leylight Shards. So I was actually making a lot. So for some reason Starlight Rose on Storm Rage is still selling for 30 gold a pop. So you get 3 per Blood of Sargeras. So I was making a good little bit. Hey, what's going on, Viper? Yeah, actually tonight probably gonna do at least an hour and a half, 2 hours. Oh crap! Let's see, I do something like that. Wasn't paying attention, didn't reset. Yeah, so we'll probably do at least an hour and a half, 2 hour stream. I'll probably run this for a full 10 runs and then kind of show what I got, and then maybe go on another little farm, or maybe stay on this if we're feeling good with this. I do want to end up getting like full 100 runs in as quick as I can. Yeah, so the BOE market, you can still do really well flipping, but yes, it's way less risky if you're obviously farming it. Um, Gilbert, are you talking about farming like Nyalotha right now, or are you talking about farming old raid stuff? I'm assuming that you're talking about farming Nyalotha for like the normal heroic and the mythic Nyalotha gear BOEs. Personally, when I farm, I have not set up a demon hunter yet. I need to get on that, but I just use my warrior. All right. Yeah, but obviously, so I mean, if you have a demon hunter or if you have a paladin, even a prot warrior is still really good at it, but the two that are extremely OP at carries right now are demon hunters, which they've always been OP, and paladins. That's, yeah, West, we're doing raw gold farming for Legion. Yep, so I did a poll like a couple days ago, and everybody voted that they wanted to see the Legion 100 runs, and just works out great because they're legacy now, so I'm doing raw gold farming with it. Um, if you were here earlier, I'm not sure, but I was talking about you get right about what you normally get for running like WAD. However, the big difference is like out of 10 runs, I don't remember exactly the number. I'll have to look back, but it was like either 20 or 23 Blood of Sargeras that I got. So when I used those with the vendor, I turned them into Starlight Rose because those were the most profitable on my server. I was thinking that it was not going to be um, selling as fast, and they sold within like an hour. And you get 3 Starlight Rose for every Blood of Sargeras, and like I said, I had like 20 or 23 of them, and they were selling for 30 gold a pop on my server. Oh yeah, that farm is awesome when you have a little group of druids. It goes really fast. Way more. It's always way more fun to farm stuff whenever you're in a group, whether you actually get more or not. Oh, and I finally for those of you that remember me talking in my videos, I have been horribly slacking on flying, but with the rep bonus and everything, I've been doing that a lot for the past couple days, and finally this morning I got flying. So I have BFA flying, and it's just a wonderful thing. Even though I'm about 5 or 6 months late to the party, I finally got it. So it feels wonderful flying around BFA zones now, especially when you're farming. God, it was getting so tedious doing herbalism farms on the ground. Yeah, if you're gonna be doing freehold, so this is what I recommend. So if you said you're a demon hunter, Amet is not a tailor. Um, so if your prot warrior is decently geared and your prot warrior is a tailor, then I would say do the prot warrior. If your demon hunter is better geared and it's not a tailorer, I would say do boost and do the demon hunter, because the demon hunter is you're gonna have a much easier time doing boosts. Yeah, man, I was getting really close to just seeing if I could get somebody to be my own personal taxi. Yeah, Gilbert. So when I did that flip, I was on a medium. I would say it's probably considered like medium low. Ooh, it's an interesting question. So 110, no expansion. Uh, Resair, do you have Legion Flying? And Zhang, oh, nice name by the way, Zangetsu. Um, yeah, so with Darkheart, I'm doing 100 runs. It's just raw gold farming. However, I did a bunch of runs, or I did like probably 15, 20 runs last night. Um, what I started realizing is that you get a little bit more raw gold, but you get a bunch of Blood of Sargeras, and that using the vendor in Dalaran, you can actually make a lot, and the materials sell for a lot more. I know that also goes because I'm on a high pop server on this character. They sold within like 30 minutes, but I bought out a bunch of Starlight Rose with my Blood of Sargeras and got an extra 34 to 3500 out of the farm. So all in all, even though I know it's not technically raw gold, it was a quick sell, so I'm gonna consider it decently good toward that. Let's see. Yeah, Matt, thanks. Normal, wow. Yeah, so if you have Legion flying, then I would say farm herbs. Um, unfortunately, unless you're on a high pop server, then you're gonna have issues trying to find old content that's like between WoD and Legion that's gonna sell for you. Yeah, Zangetsu. I was floored last night, to be completely honest. I remember doing the vendor shuffle with the Bloods back in Legion. I just didn't think that it was still going to be that profitable. So I ended up walking away with almost 9K after doing 10 runs of this. Thanks, Bruno. I ran back out of the dungeon. Yeah, if that's the case, doing wrong gold may be the way to go for you. Holy crap. Yeah, hell, I'd just stick with that if you're doing that. I'm assuming to have that many emissaries and everything turned in, you have a decently sized alt army. I forgot last night I was mentioning while I was, streaming with my mic off, which was great. Um, Need to check and see. So Rage Rot here, he always is in here. I don't remember him always being in here in Legion, but he's always in here now. The Silver Border. I wonder if he has any actual like maybe like rare or epic BOEs that we need to check and see that if they drop from him. Yeah, I would probably say farm Legion herbs. Um, Actually, if you have do you have a dual gatherer? And if you have a dual gatherer, do you also have maybe like an inscription? Yeah, Skyreach is a good bet. The only problem that you're going to run into with being limited to Legion is you're going to run Skyreach over and over and over again, but it's just going to be highly demanding, and you're just going to have to do a lot of gold farming for it. So yeah, so right now I'm running Darkheart, which is a Legion dungeon. I'm doing raw gold farming, so we're gonna do 10 runs of this, and then we're gonna see, we're gonna just do a raw vendor and see how much gold we get. Do I think it's still worth it? Absolutely. I wouldn't have started the series if I wasn't actually gonna try to grind to the long boy. But especially Bruno, if I had the alt army that it sounds like you have, I would be doing those emissaries every single time I could on every character, and then doing the rest of the stuff that I do, because that's better raw gold and everything than I can do pretty much doing any of these dungeons. You must have the patience of a saint to have that many characters up like that. I think I missed a thing up there from Kilbert. Yeah, so I am, now that I have flying, I'm gonna start dual boxing. That's really the only way that you make it profitable. You're at least dual boxing right now, because with the end of the expansion, the prices are so low. Zenithit on my server in the past 2 days has dropped almost 8 gold a pop. So hmm. Well, right now, let's see. So it'll take at least 60 if you get the base. So that'll be 3 tokens. So right now you're looking at probably having to get about 330k or more. Yeah, so I would sell the herbs on the auction house if you don't have a inscription character. If you do, then definitely for the Ursuline seeds, I would mill those and then sell the materials for inscription. An easy way to get around that is if you don't have a character that's an inscription, you can just, if you have a little bit of starter money, you can make a trial character and then make them an inscriptioner. Problem solved. Oh crap. Fuck. Get out of here. Yeah, Gilbert. So that's true. That's a lot of people I've seen talking about that. The fun part of it for me is that, you know, I actually thoroughly enjoy doing this kind of stuff in the game. This is what I do even when I'm not trying to grind for a mount. So this would be what I would be doing in the game anyway. But the only thing that I can say that I don't do as much of in the game that I enjoy now is the just kind of the random farms or mythics. I kind of got on a mythic kick a couple of months ago. I don't get to do the mythics that I want to do as much anymore just because I'm kind of gold farming, but I also highly enjoy gold farming. So but the only reason that I was wanting to push mythics was because I wanted the keymaster mount before it dropped out, but I don't think I'm going to be able to get that, to be honest. Need a little bit more of a dedicated group to be able to hit that. Or hell, maybe I'll luck out and one of my big items will sell. Then I can just buy the long boy out and then pay for somebody to do my keymasters. Yeah, Viper will do. Do you dual box, or are you kind of wanting to learn as you go with me? Because I'm going to be having to do a bunch of more research on it than anything, because there's a lot of stuff that I want to learn how to do. Ooh, I wonder if they wouldn't have nerfed that since last night. That's a lot less than what I was getting last night. We're 5 runs in. Hey, everybody's got to start somewhere. I was looking into it. What program do you use? It was looking like it was probably best if I'm willing to do it just to pay the $40 or whatever to get ISO Boxer. Seems like the program itself is really well made. A bunch of people use it, and a bunch of people stay up with updates on it. So, right, yeah, it's Boxer. Yeah, Jake, we're gold farming. We're doing a raw gold farm because the Legion dungeons are uh their legacy now. We're running them especially for all the transmog and all that kind of fun stuff. We just vendor all of it. And then the Blood of Sargeras flip that I was talking about earlier. Just find whatever material the vendor in Dalaran is trading Blood of Sargeras for that's profitable on your server, and then sell it because it's pretty quick. And obviously, whenever this is over here, I'm gonna grab it. Even though it doesn't really give me any more gold or anything. Oh, it did give me something I could vendor. Okay, so they're worth it then. Hey Jake, you gotta start somewhere. Like I was saying, so I mean, just start with raw gold farms, kind of like this, and then I'd say realistically, if you're conservative with your flips and kind of have an idea of what you're doing, um, you can start flipping with anywhere from 40 to 50k. Just make sure that you always keep into consideration. Don't put a large percentage of your gold stockpile into one flip unless you're guaranteed that it's gonna flip. And a lot of flips are not guaranteed. So that should only be in very rare circumstances. A good example of that is recently I saw on Storm Rage somebody posted up and sold, shows the low sale average was 500k for a Reigns of the Swift Spectral Tiger. Don't know if that was just a fluke or something on TSM, but that's what it shows that it was posted for. So yeah, if you have 500k and you see a Range of the Spectral Tiger or something equivalent go up for 500k, buy it. It may take you a couple months to sell it, but yeah, you're gonna those kind of ones only come around every now and then. So that's when you should make big investments like that. But if you're just doing normal investments where you're looking at spending, 100K to make 30K back or spending 100K to make 40K back, just make sure that if you're going to spend that 100K to do it, you don't just have 100K. Make sure that you're not using all of your money in one spot. Yeah, 500K. That's what it showed on Storm Rage. I have no idea who put it up for that. I'm hoping for their sake that they put it up and then TSM was essentially notified that it went up for that and they were able to take it down because they missed a couple of zeros. But man, if it actually sold for that, somebody was like breaking their keyboard. They were so happy. So Jake, a good one that I'm gonna cover eventually, but you can go ahead and do it because it's very very straightforward. It's the seems to be the quickest one, and you still make a good bit of raw gold. Is Mauve Souls. So if you want a good one to start with, I was doing 10 runs of that. Took me a little bit under 40 minutes. It's very quick. It has a teleport at the end, kind of like this one, that takes you straight back to the beginning. So it works out really well. And you do make more than running Skyreach, so that would be a good one for you to start with. So when you get to Skyreach, there's the little Dreadwing guy at the end that you can just click on after you defeat the final boss, and he will fly you back to the beginning of the instance, or will fly you outside. No, Crave. So now I haven't done my full 100 runs to say definitively. I believe that I did a little bit over 20 runs, and I was making more every 10 runs of Maw than I was making in Skyreach. Yes, definitely quicker. So to be honest, one of the things that I did with Maw is I I ran Maw and then I jumped straight out of the dungeon and then I went over and did the fatty bear steak farm because it's just right there. And then I flipped to bear tartar on the auction house waiting for the dungeons to reset. Oliver, I don't remember exactly. I just remember that I noted that it was over what I was making with Skyreach. I'll be able to have better numbers for you whenever I actually do the 100 runs and everything of Maw and write it down. I was just kind of screwing around when it went live. I should have wrote it down, but liquid on this character, you can see I have, let's see, 1 mil, 22,392 gold. That's just liquid. I have two other characters on here that I have anywhere from 50 to 80k on each. And then on my other server, I'm up a good bit on the other server. I probably have about 500k now on Dentar again because of the deep sea bags and Hydro Expedition bags and Spell Thread that's been selling really well. Yeah, well, everybody everybody's got something to work toward. I know it seems like a lot, but in the big scheme of things, I'm still a small fry. Talk about some crazy gold. Check out a guy that's Bill Zanixia. He's a gold making legend. He actually made a bunch of the TSM scripts that I still use. TSM runs horribly right now, but his sniper script is amazing. Yeah, so Jake, unfortunately on my server right now, even with the procs, I just barely cut even. So I tried doing that the other day, which is what I would recommend you do on a server, any other server than what I'm on. Um, because even with the Silas procs, which give you extra procs for potions, because my main is alchemy and jewel crafting. Jewel crafting is pretty much dog shit right now. I can't make anything off of jewel crafting. But with alchemy, I have rank 3s on almost everything. And pure battle potions, I can't make gold on. I just cut even. Greater flash of the current, even with the procs and everything like that, I probably spent 400k and I took a loss. I spent 400k on greater potions, and I believe that I took either a 10 or 11k loss. Oh yeah, yeah, I do. That's actually something that I'll probably get into a lot later. I should do a lot more of that. The only problem with that is I've been trying to, yeah, and do questions on there. Yeah, so if I'm gonna do something like that, I may just do an actual server hop. Yeah, reshared. Thanks. I'll see you around. Depends on your server, racing. All depends on your server. See you, man. Yeah, so it all depends on your server whether or not the corrupted fishing is still actually um, worth doing. On my server, I have cut back a little bit on the corrupted zone fishing, and I'm actually doing more viper fish fishing. Spending more time doing that. Now that I have flying, I'm also doing because Zenithid is tanking. So Zenithid price is well below Anchorweed price right now, and I just got rank 3 on my second dual gatherer on this server. So now that I have flying, I'm focusing on that because you can actually make more per hour because everybody thinks that you can make more with Zenithid, but with the price tank, if you actually do the old school Terrorguard sound route that pretty much the one that's been around for a while, you just do that route with flying and rank 3s, you'll make a couple K more than you will actually doing Zenithid right now because dual boxers are just annihilating Zenithid right now. Well, at least on my server. If your server has the nodes up, then go with Zenithid. But mine doesn't. So I make more doing that because they're not in the Terror Guard sound now. So yeah, racing. It's so essentially with that farm, the Corrupted Zone farm, you're going to be getting Malformed Nashers and a Barrett Void Fin. Those are the two fish that you're going to get. What you want to do is you want to. So if you haven't checked out, I actually have a video you can check out, and it'll show you. I have routes for both zones for Corrupted Uldum and Corrupted Vale that show you exactly where to run up and down and which kind of where to stop. And it'll take you pretty much straight to every node that you can hit. You only want to fish the nodes It makes it a little bit longer and a little more tedious. However, because you get the gloop pet from fishing the nodes, and when I first made the video, gloop, my God, I probably made 300k at least just selling gloop because they were selling for 10 to 15k across servers religiously daily. Now they're selling for about 2 to 5k, but they still sell religiously. So that's something to look at. Yeah, that's a little rough. Yeah, see, that's kind of where I'm at. Ellie, let me tell you, if you can find a anything that can make my TSM work for right now without it completely crashing my game and telling me that TSM is not updated and not working, then I'll be personally grateful forever. I can barely keep my TSM long enough to do my own shopping scans, let alone do full operations right now. If I go to post anything, I actually have to like pretty much cut off all my other add-ons just to keep TSM running right now. Yeah, so the fish are a little rough. So if racing, so if you're aberrant void fin and malformed gnashers are low, really the materials that you should check out for this expansion for your server, find which one is doing good, and then adjust with each one. So if one's making more, or if you can sell one for more and it's just as easy to farm, do that one. But I would stick it looking for dredge leather for Skinner, rubbery flanks, the aberrant void fin, and the malformed gnashers because they're used in the feast. Um, of course, herbalism, pretty much anything herbalism you can still make decent gold on and they sell. Um, and then, what else? Yeah, that's really about it. No, that's not a dumb suggestion. I haven't really thought about doing that. I should probably do that. Dang. Guess I'll just completely uninstall it and then reinstall it. So you were having the same issues I was having, and then and you did that, and it seemed to work for you. Well, that's not bad. And Wes, normally I am talking a little bit and kind of getting a little distracted. Last night, when I just sat there and just blasted through, excuse me, when I blasted through a run, it took me right at 5 minutes and about 10 to 13 seconds to do a run. So you're looking a little bit under it. If you're doing nothing and you're not, you know, stopping or doing anything like that after reset, you're looking at being able to hit right at 10 runs in an hour. But because I've stopped and kind of talked a little bit and stuff like that, we're going to be a little bit over an hour for the 10 runs. Yeah, no problem. Kind of interested to see just how far we get with this 100 runs and, you know, which one in Legion is going to be the new Skyreach. I think I kind of have an idea which one I'm leading to. I've already kind of mentioned it, only because of how much materials you can get from it is just unreal. Oh, yeah, Lude. So, as you can see, with my stuff being blank, that's kind of why I got a little ticked, is because with the error glitches that I was having and everything like that, it completely wiped my caches and backups. So I'm gonna have to do everything from scratch. Now it's a wonderful opportunity for me to kind of go through and do what everybody on here has been asking me to do, which is kind of a recap video of everything that I do in TSM, all my groups, all that fun stuff. But yeah, I'm gonna have to do all of that again, and that's gonna take a. I had at least a solid year of work in there. But next time I won't be as slow, and I'll do what I should have done, which is take my backups and back them up even further on my hard drive and keep them so that I'm not just stuck with nothing. But you know, gotta learn it the hard way sometimes. Make sure that it sticks. It won't take me too awfully long though, because I I'm a hoarder when it comes to patterns and stuff like that, so I can just use the little TSM thing where I just pull my add-ons from my crafting over into a group, and then I can just pull materials off of that. So that kind of stuff won't take me long. It'll probably take me a little while because I had them all separate, like all my transmogs separated into which ones were high sellers and all that. Yeah, yeah, racing the gloop, GLOOP. You only get it from fishing in corrupted zones. Well, let me rephrase that. You only get it from fishing in corrupted zones and fishing in the schools. So if you're just fishing in the corrupted zone, but you're not actually fishing within a school, Gloop will not drop. So you have to be fishing a school, which is why, like I said, if you check my routes, it'll show you exactly which way to run. The best place to do it is in the Vale. So essentially, yeah, 2.5k. So the best that now I know this has been nerfed a little bit, but even with the nerf, so before the nerf, man, it was unreal. That first couple of weeks, I would get anywhere from 4 to 7 gloop drop. Yeah. Oh, you're doing it right now. Yeah. Yeah. So normally, even after the nerf, I've been getting anywhere from 2 to 3 pretty religiously every hour on the drops. And you know that adds up, especially even if it's 2.5k, because then if you just undercut just a little bit, you'll be lowest on your server, and they sell. I still sell them. Hey, I'll have to take a look at that. I'll have to see. I may be lucky. Doubt it, but you know, I can try to stay optimistic until I check that out. Thanks for the info, Luds. But even I consider myself still pretty novice when it comes to TSM. I think I only had one or two things that were actually set on full operations to do everything for me. Just because I don't know, I felt a little old school with it. Like I like doing some things manually, making sure that I'm not gonna screw up anything, even though I know I'm telling it exactly what to do to not screw up. I don't know. Yeah, no, thank you guys for stopping in and watching. I love doing this stuff, so that's why I make the videos. If I can help you guys get a little bit closer to, like I said, whatever your gold making goal is, whether or not it's just being able to buy your potions that you want for raiding all the way up to, hidden gold cap or whatever you want to do. I'm gonna try to bring you as many different options so that you can touch all the markets that you need to hit that. Oh, thanks, Amet. Tutorials on how to make stuff. Are you talking about professions? Because I was kind of thinking, one of the things I would do, because it is such a big part. Yeah, alchemy is really good. Alchemy always normally makes money. The only bad thing is that if you don't have ranks right now with alchemy and you're coming in at the end of the expansion, you're gonna have a hard time making flasks. Unless your server is just dead and you're gonna be the one person that can now solely provide for anyone that needs flasks on your server, you're gonna have a hard time. But I've kind of been thinking about whether or not I should do, 'cause I always talk about old world crafts and stuff like that, and I understand a lot of people haven't been playing the game as long as I have. Um, so I've been kind of thinking about, what do you guys think about me doing a series where I do, I mean, they may be really long videos, for me to cover everything that I do with them would be a long video. It'd probably be 20, 30 minutes, but doing like a full profession guide on every video and just starting with classic, like vanilla material of the profession all the way up to BFA, and talk about like how you can get the different patterns, which patterns are profitable, which ones you should stay away from, all that kind of stuff. Oh, thanks. Like all the subs we can get, we've been growing really, really fast lately, and I love it. This whole streaming side of it has been actually a lot of fun for me too, because I tried streaming earlier, and it just didn't work for me when I was smaller. and I tried to do it on Twitch, so I just got buried. But this has been a lot of fun because I get to interact with everybody that's like on the channel consistently, so it's been awesome. All right, I'll have to see. I'll have to see if I can't start putting some of those together. Because definitely for later on, when you get into the higher end kind of gold making, you're gonna start looking at getting into all the old world professions and stuff like that. So like doing old blacksmithing transmogs and even alchemy. You can do old alchemy stuff, enchanting, tailoring. I make a lot off of old tailoring and old enchanting. Especially if you're on a high pop server, and especially if you're on a high pop server that has a lot of people doing PvP, you'll always have a market for twinks. So old enchants or people leveling needing those enchants, even though it's old stuff, and the profit margins on those are ridiculous. Yeah, and Peter, so with alchemy, with max ranks, you got rank threes for all your flasks. Have you tested it out? Hmm, nice. Sell all those off. Turn them into spirits. Oh, that's true. Yeah, so Bruno, again, that all depends on what kind of server you're on. So, for example, my medium low pop server, the profit margin is not enough because there's a couple people on there that are just selling them for essentially right at what you can make. Um, but on the server that I'm on here is Storm Rage, and they sell for a couple thousand profit. So yeah, I would do it as long as you're hitting profit because those mounts will sell, especially if you have them. 71K, was that Want to Buy Gold's new video that he put out about how he was talking about with the different like zoning with Mount Hajal when they were doing the assaults? Oh, my weapon transmog. Oh god, that's the very light saber. Yeah. And I did Light of the Earth Warden. So the very light sabers are blue, and if you do Light of the Earth Warden on it, it makes the top handles gold. But when you look at it, it makes it look like you have a gold white lightsaber. Really cool. No, I haven't seen that one. 70K with Firelands with Potion of Treasure Finding. I would be a little skeptical of that unless there's something that we've missed over the years because they have nerfed Firelands into the dirt. Now, if you had told me that there was a video with somebody saying that you could hit 71K religiously with Potion of Treasure Finding, 71K in Firelands, you know, a year and a half ago or 2 years ago, absolutely. Hmm. Okay, he makes 71K total, not per hour. So what's his hour investment? Is he doing like 10 hours? Or I'll have to check it out. But no, I haven't seen it, Fins. And yeah, normally whenever I do any runs like that, I'll check all the disenchanting prices and all that fun stuff. Because normally what I do, I need to get my enchanter over on this server though, so that I can start doing that stuff. But what I normally do with all of my disenchanting stuff is, if it's not a unique transmog, I either disenchant it or vendor it. If I disenchant it, then all of the materials stay with me so that I can make tomes with enchanting for the appearances, because those sell really well on most servers. Oh, yeah, I could see it with, if you're just parking an alt there and then you just run it like once a week. It's a quick run. You send the disenchanting stuff over. I could see where you could get to that. Now, where that would get interesting is if you had like multiple, and this gets like really intricate and everything like that. But if you're multi-boxing, like I found out the other night, you can mirror instead of follow. So if you had like 7 accounts, which most multi-boxers do, because 7 is how many times you can actually tap a node. So if they're doing it seriously, they'll have 7. So if you do that and then you mirror, and then that's ridiculous gold. Then you're talking, because then essentially you can every once in a while just take 7 alts through Firelands and send all the stuff over to one bank alt, and you'll essentially own your market at that point. Yeah, Fins. Uh, I always enjoy checking out other videos like that, just so that I can kind of look at it and see. Um, I normally stay pretty skeptical of stuff that's like that. I think the only one I think the only one that I've come across that's been that high in a very long time has been the one that I made, uh, my video that I made off of Archvalder's open world farm in the Vale. And I was making stupid gold off of that, with all the with all the mounts and all the materials. And I mean, I think the best hour that I had in there was like 38 or 39K, so I would be really skeptical of somebody saying 70. Yeah, so racing, so here's the deal with that, and essentially it's just time invested. So for example, we'll just take really easy numbers. So say that you have one character, and it takes you, we'll just say one character takes you 1 hour to farm up enough materials or farm up enough of something to actually get a WoW token. So then if you're multi-boxing, you need to, that covers, so back up, sorry. So if you do that 1 hour, then you get your WoW token. So that is 1 hour for a WoW token for one character. Then when you multi-box, you have the second character. Well, you do that first hour of farming, but since you have two characters, each character makes their WoW token within that hour because they're mimicking the same thing. So then, if you only do that hour of farming, then it's not worth it. But when you do the next hour of farming is where it becomes worth it. Because if you do it with just the one character, the next hour of farming, you only make one WoW token. But if you have two characters, the next hour of WoW farming, you get 2 tokens. So then essentially what it becomes is once you've met your WoW token demands for your characters, everything is just exponential profit. So if you have 7 tunes and it takes you an hour to get your token, then it's gonna take you an hour to farm your token for each tune. So it's just gonna take 1 hour. So then your second hour of farming, you'll get 7 extra tokens. Well, most people that do it, so they either look at it as an investment, or they look at it as I'm gonna make my money back, um, or they just farm enough in game, and instead of doing like what I'm doing and wanting to try and buy the longboy mount, they spend that money and they spend that money and they buy the extra accounts. Also, anybody in here that's thinking about doing multi-boxing, if you don't know this already, if you have flying on if you have flying on your main account, like on my account, I have flying BFA. I think it's 8, either 7 or 8 accounts that you can have under one Blizzard account. You can actually pay to have either 7 or 8, I think it's 7 accounts under your one Blizzard account. And if you're going to multi-box, that's the way you do it, especially if you have flying. You don't just make a whole nother Blizz account, because then you can have all your accounts under the same one and they can all immediately fly. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I've already spent the money to have another account. So I just have to go through the whole process of actually setting up my dual boxing. I've been wanting to do it for a while, so I thought it was about time that I did it. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Alright, I think we're going to have one more after this, and then it's going to be the end of it, for the 10 runs at least. Ooh, leveling stream. Want to put it to a vote? I'll do a leveling stream. Let's see. What do y'all want to see leveled? There are a couple things I was leveling, or wanting to level. And don't be cruel. I swear to God, if y'all vote for me to level up like a, priest or something like that. No offense to priests, but I've never healed in this game, so I would be very much in pain. Good lord, utilizing 20 level 120s? Yeah, I would, even though it's just agonizingly boring, I would say, in my opinion. Um, I know a lot of people actually like doing this, but if I had 2120s, I wouldn't be able to justify it right now with the reputation bonus, the impressive influence with you getting the 100% reputation. You need to do every single world quest and every single emissary that is up on every single character every day. I would not do any other gold farming other than that, and that's just me, because you're going to get your extra caches twice as fast and everything. I mean, you're just going to make stupid gold every day. Obviously, not always from the emissaries that are up because those are going to be limited for you, but you're going to hit your additionals from being exalted very quick. Priest, of course, life is pain. Okay, so I saw Paladin and Priest, Priest, Priest. Yeah, that's what I get for opening my mouth. That's not bad. Honestly, I've been wanting to either spend the time to do a Paladin, because back in Kata I mained a Ret Pally, and I haven't touched him in a long time, so he's just kind of gone dormant on one of my other servers. So I'm wanting to build more characters on Storm Rage, so I think Paladin would be fun. Honestly, even though I've heard it's really, really hard to do, like a Shadow Priest, since you guys are talking Priest, actually wouldn't be too bad. If I don't do something like that, I would want to do something that I've just never touched before. So I would want to do something like, I don't know, like an outlaw rogue or a shaman or something like that. I also don't have a mage. I know you guys are probably going to think I'm insane for saying that, but yeah, I don't. I think the highest mage that I have is like level 23. Oh, Bruno, I have all the looms. I have all but like maybe 2 or 3 of the rings, but I have rings that I can use. Destro lock. I do have a lock. I have a lock up. I have a lock up. Um, oh no, never been too crazy with locks. Majority of my time has been spent. I was a bear tank, druid tank for a very long time, and then Kata hit. And well, before all that, I think my first character was a night elf hunter, and then I went to a paladin, and then to the bear tank, and then back to a paladin, and then this expansion is the first one that I actually got into warrior, and I have loved my warrior, but I need to. I think it's time for me to find something else. Fishing ring. That's boom, boom, boom. That's actually something I have not heard of. I've not heard of that. Probably because I spend 99.9% of my time running dungeons like this. Hi everyone. My name's Modest Millions and I have a problem. Ooh, background music? Oh, now see. What are you guys into? I have a wide variety of taste, but it's not always everybody's taste. So that's why I still learning the stream etiquette. Don't know if you guys just want to hear me lightly breathe into the mic for 2 hours. Literally everything. All right. Hey, hey, what's going on? So generic gold or generic background music, chill study music. So chill music. So we're talking like Slipknot, right? Slipknot, like Lamb of God, um, Amon Amarth, something real chill like those guys, right? Maybe a little Slayer. Just throw that in there. That's my favorite kind of chill music. Metallica? Oh hell yeah, Metallica. I actually have a video of my little guy dancing in a circle to Metallica just recently. He loves Metallica. Acacia Strain. I don't think I've ever heard of them. Well, there we go. We'll look and see. Yeah, I have him dancing in a circle to Metallica, the Black Album, and he's wearing a AC/DC sweater. Trying to raise him right. Oh, may not be stream appropriate. I don't necessarily think any of the other options that I threw out are necessarily stream appropriate either. You know, Slipknot isn't definitely known for being the most PC of bands that there are. All right, we'll go with a little Metallica. How about that? Let's see. Now let me just figure out. Ghost. Let's see. Oofi. Ooh. All right. So be careful. I'm gonna try. Remember, I'm a stream noob, so we're gonna try to not blow your ears out with the music. But if you have it like lo-fi, so actually, um, AWOL Nation looks like they just came out with a new album. Maybe that'll be chill. Or maybe, oh, there you go. As I ride my invincible reins into the darkness. Well, this sounds like a Rocky anthem right here. Oh, this is awesome. I think we need to just have this on repeat here as we just grind for the long boy. We want to be the best. Yeah, let's see. So that's not too loud. All right, let's see. How's that? All right, is it still too low for the rest of you guys? I just want to know. I don't want to blast anybody's ears out. Oh, don't hear it. Okay. Let's see. There we go. How about that? Awesome. So now now we were checking that out. That seems a little bit too light for my taste, to be honest. Let's see what we got here. I think I am gonna go with a little Metallica. There we go. Ah, much better. This seems like more riding Invincible into the darkness music. Oh, look at that. Somebody bought my sea stock. We'll see how late we go. This is gonna be, I think this is it. Oh, look at that, guys. 10 runs. Only took an extra 20 minutes. You know, now that I think about it, Metallica may not be the most stream friendly. But you know what? I also have my YouTube set as to not for children, so I think we'll be safe. I think we're safe. Yeah. Alright. So, let's see what we got going on here. We were 222 all the way across the board. Alright. Just gonna. Not even gonna look at any of that. Sell it all. Alright. I can make some nice tartar there. We got 17. Alright. So that would be, we got right at probably about 3,500. Yeah, I would hope not. I would hope they would not take me down for Metallica. Come on now. Metallica is absolutely fucking awesome. Yeah, I love Metallica. Alright. Oh, so we did 10. So we're looking at right at 3,500 raw gold there. Plus this. So, if you guys don't know what I've been talking about this whole time. So, this is where it actually gets kind of interesting. So it's a little bit lower than what you get with Skyreach actually that time. I'm wondering, that's why I want to do the 100 runs so I can get a little bit better average for you guys. But, and I know this changes across all servers. Come over to our little friend here. Omnia Bloodthorn. He's our nice Blood of Sargeras trainer. So, what you want to do with this is you just essentially want to look and see what she has to trade and see what your highest profit margin is. Now, what I probably would say would end up being your highest profit margin is, which I do not have it, but if you have ranks and like rank 3s with Legion tailoring. Samadan did a wonderful guide on this where he talked about like the Eldori Silk shuffle. You probably make a good bit more doing that shuffle, making the legs that he talks about, and then Vendorum. However, the thing is how I am not that. You can see on my server that, I mean, it says average sell is 17, but they're stuck at 30 right now. So I'm gonna completely use all these to buy out Starlight Rose. So I'm gonna hit max there. Oh, and you know, I know haven't really gotten into all this yet, but this is like an essential thing right here, in my opinion. When this blew my mind with this add-on, so I always have to remember. So it's buy them all. That is something that if you're crafting or anything like that, you have to have the buy them all, because if not, you're just sitting there buying stack after stack after stack and setting it yourself. this way, I can sit here and I can just go like this, hit max, hit OK, boom. We just sold all of them. So then we're looking at 35 and then another 27. Now, last night I sold these for 30. And I had a lot more. I probably had like 180 or 200 of them that I sold last night. I sold them for 30 gold a pop. Alright. So, in all seriousness, that's actually something I was kind of wondering, because I like doing crazy little challenges a lot of the time. So, would you guys actually be interested in seeing like a dedicated leveling stream? Especially right now with all the buffs and everything like that going on. Oh, don't run away with your long boy. That's not very nice. Look at there. So it made a little bit, made 1,000, 2,000 there. Yeah. So, oh, don't. There we go. That's what I want to do. Yeah, absolutely. Bruno, are you on Storm Rage? Ooh, somebody tanked it. Oh, I'll buy those out. Yeah, those sold last night for me at 30. I'll buy those out easy. That's a perfect example right there, guys. 2098, he's undercutting him by 7. Please don't do that. Please don't do that. Or do it, and then, you know, I just get to make more gold. Either way. But if you don't do it personally if you're trying to make gold. There's no reason to undercut him like that. Oh, see, put up another. Yeah. Maybe he's just fishing. I'm North America. Eternal. Of course. There we go. Now it's all reset back up to 2898. Then I'll just do 97. Yeah. I know. All right. Yeah, 7. That you'll be able to, if you got 3 mil, you'll be able to get it. Portugal and Poland. Well, welcome. So, got those done for the night. That's pretty good. So we're looking at 27 with that, and then another 35. We're looking over 6K, easy. Oh crap! It's 4 in the morning there. What are you still doing up? You guys just now waking up to start playing, or you just been still going? You can see. Look at this. Look at this sea of red. Oof. Just painful. Still going. Yeah. Oh, look at that. Alright, guys. Prime example right there. Fire has been found for your Starlight Rose. Let's see. That's been, what? Less than a minute? Let's see how much they bought out. They bought it all. So, it's the second night in a row that I've done this, and it sells pretty much immediately. So, for sure, doing the Legion dungeons is going to be more profitable. Yeah. Do I farm mounts? Are you talking about mounts that I sell, or are you talking about mounts that I have? Because yeah, I like farming mounts. If you can't tell by the one that I'm on, this is my baby that I got this year. Actually, just got it this year. This is probably one of my favorite ones that I've gotten from BFA. Ooh, that was a little bit too close there. From Islands. Hmm. 400? Oh God, no. No, I haven't gotten that far down the rabbit hole yet. But since I definitely enjoy doing that stuff, I will stream until my eyes bleed so that we can grind out the rest of the ones that I need, because I need a lot. Let's see. I have 141. So I have to farm a lot of ones. So the big ones that I got that I've been trying to get for a long time, these past couple months, is I got, well, of course I got Invincible. Oh yeah, I know, I have a lot to go. Let's see, so I got Invincible. Oh, I got this one that I've been trying to get forever. Finally got Drake of the North Winds. I don't know why it took me so many. And then oh, we got Rivendares. Rivendares, right? It was Rivendares. Yeah, Rivendares Death Charger. It only took me, you know, like 500 or 600 runs to get that one. $291. Ooh, man, see, I need to jump my numbers up. I gotta start working on that then. Oh yeah, love Rivendares. Ooh. Made 400 in Legion. God. That is so many mounts. Probably don't even have all the ones. Honestly, I slack on getting the ones that are easy. if that makes sense. So I would rather spend, months grinding a raid than I would actually get the easy ones. So I'm sure that there's tons of easy ones that I could actually probably get that I don't have. But no, I would rather spend, 500-600 runs in Stratholme for Rivendell's. 764 unique pets. Good lord. I have. Oh, that's total. How to see unique on this one. Alright. So. Let's see. Pretty much done a lot of the stuff that I wanted to get done today. But we can either go and continue doing part of the 100 runs, or I could switch over and I could do some farming. Good morning, good morning. Oh, achievements to pick unique. So I have a 315 uniques. I'd sit around and do some more farming. This is probably one of my favorite farms. If any of you guys were here the other day when I was talking about this, but I've already leveled 2 characters from 110 to 120 using this. And I actually did it 110 to 120 before I had flying. So I was just running everywhere. God, it feels so nice to fly though. I think I'm about to hit rank 3 on my anchor weed on this character. Could just be a couple more nodes. I missed it? I did. There we go. 8.2 rep gated. Yeah. Yeah, and Rustbolt is Rustbolt's rough. But right now with the rep and just slam it out. It doesn't take you that long with the rep. Do all the world quests each day. You get double. It's really nice. Well, so right now I'm probably sticking to just mythic. Just gold making stuff. I really personally enjoy doing Mythic Plus and stuff like that, and you know, with my warrior, if you guys are interested in it, I may throw some nights in where we just do some random pugs and stuff like that, um, and do mythic runs. If you guys want to see stuff like that, you know, not high crazy up there, but you know, I'm able to pull my weight in a 10 or 11, so all up to you guys. Oh, sorry, Rayson, I misunderstood. I thought you were asking if you wanted me to stream doing Mythic and Mythic Plus. Let's see. Yeah. Yeah, no, I definitely do Mythic Plus. Um, like I said, I fell down the rabbit hole with it for a solid, probably 2 or 3 months. Oh no, good. You're good. I'm in the same boat. It's not even that late here, and I'm in the same boat. No, but yeah, I really enjoy doing mythics. I have eventually, I think, kind of one thing that I want to tap into with the gold making side of things is I want to have it to where we can actually do like guild runs and do these carries. Hey Dana, thanks. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I personally love doing pretty much everything World of Warcraft. I play a bunch of games, but I play World of Warcraft is obviously the one that I play the most. So, you know, gold making is a majority of what I do, but I do a bunch of crazy crap. Like I had I had 2 challenge videos that I actually started taping for that I was gonna do, and you know all this stuff with wanting to hit long boy went through. So uh, I had one challenge where I was gonna do, which actually would be pretty interesting right now to me because I like doing old challenges like this. But you get the XP boost. But I wanted to level a character from 1, or well, essentially 5, because you can't get herbalism until you're at 5. But level them from 5 to 120, killing nothing, only herbalism. I know somebody tried to do that before, and they were trying to stay like in the panda starting area, but he ended up finishing with battle pets. So that was one of the videos that I was recording for a while. Um, and of course it was a druid named Herbs, so that was properly named. And then the other one that I was doing was I wanted to do like a PvP challenge series because I really like doing twinks and stuff like that. So I was gonna do a challenge series for dueling and make it to where I experience capped my characters each level. And before I could allow myself to level up to the next level, I had to win 10 duels or something like that with within that level before I could level up to the next level, and that would be the challenge to see if I could get all the way up to level 120. Well, eventually I would get up to level 120, but see how long it would take me to get to 120. Yeah, the gold making community has been very welcoming. I was uh, I was surprised. Well, I guess I can't say that I was really surprised. I was just surprised more with what I had heard from other kind of communities, but with it being the gold making community, everybody's been really chill. I've had people, like brag, do shout outs for me, and I've had Sam's reached out to me. There's been a couple of them, and you know, I really enjoy doing this stuff. So that's always really cool, especially get to, you know, not to even like talk to them myself, because there've been guys that, even though I've been doing this for a long time, I mean, they're guys that I've watched for years. So it's just cool. Oh, done with fishing. Well, one more pet than you had before. And yeah, booster really nice. I need to start doing some more freehold boosts on my warrior. I got like a shield and a main hand. Well, Miranda, thanks and welcome. Glad that I could bring enjoyment and entertain. Oh, and my phone's about to die. Shit. Oh. But so what I've noticed with myself when I play a bunch of different games is that always come back to playing the economy. It always comes back to I thoroughly enjoy the economy based games and MMOs. I did the same thing when I played Final Fantasy 14. I'm looking at the same thing right now because my wife is really big into Animal Crossing right now, the new Animal Crossing. And I'm gonna get it soon. So, looking at how many bells you can make and all that kind of stuff. I don't know, I always liked it. Hey, what's going on? Yeah, sorry, I've just been kind of letting the CD play. Bonus points to anybody in the stream that can tell me within a couple of seconds of me asking this question and not searching it what album this is from Metallica. Because yeah, I do love Metallica. From the Garage Inc. So is everybody still good with Metallica, or are we wanting something maybe a little bit more peaceful and calming to help everybody wind down into sleep? Actually, you made me look that up myself. No, it was 98 is when Garage Inc. came out. I can guess myself there for a minute. Yeah, nothing better than flying around at the speed of light in your druid travel form, picking up herbs and rocks, listening to Metallica. Oh? Because it has like whiskey in the jar and all those really good ones on it. What got going on here? I got to see Metallica live a couple years ago. God, that was awesome. They put on one hell of a show. I do. I use GatherMate. I use Routes. I haven't set it back up since I lost my initial setup and everything. But every now and then, I can't always get into it, but like for Nagitar, I was using Farm HUD. Oh, gotcha. Oh, but looks like I have my gather mate turned off. Actually, to be fair, I did turn it off earlier, didn't I? How dare I? Sacrilegious. Alright. Hold on, guys. Be right back. I'm gonna go grab some tea. Alright. We are back. Nice iced tea. Hey, Joseph, thanks. Glad I could help out. Share the wealth. No point in me just keeping it all for myself. Doesn't make it any fun. Yeah, honestly, the highlight of all this to me has been I've been having people reach out to me on, Reddit and Twitter and different things like that, and telling me, oh, they followed one of the things I did, or they started doing the professions I was talking about, and their server was really good for them, and they've made a couple mil, and that's awesome. Why I do it. Yeah, Ray, get out of here. Take it easy. Get some sleep. Been up way too long. Thanks a lot. I'll see you next time, alright? Take it easy. Yeah, well, how much gold are you sitting at? Still got time. You can definitely do it as a casual gamer. But just how casual are you talking? Because if you're any less than, you know, once a week, then I'd say, you know, auction house is probably going to be a little rough for you. Oh yeah, you should be good. Yeah, everybody's in quarantine. Or well, depending on where you are, you're in quarantine. That's what I've been telling people when they ask me how much time they have to put into the games. It's like you have no excuse now, especially if you're in the U.S. You're quarantined, so you have no excuse. Have plenty of time to grind it out. Yeah, I've seen a couple of videos. I saw the one that I saw with the kid that took the screenshot of himself and then kept that up as the screen. That was hilarious. Made it look like he was actually sitting there listening to the, or like, you know, sitting there watching the video on whatever that's called, Zoom. Ugh, the Zoom classes or whatever it is. That was funny. Well, I mean, if they had that as when I was a kid, that's exactly what I would have done, for sure. Oh God, I know. That's why I went and got tea. Can't be yawning. Thought the Metallica would help. Yeah, actually, I already started it. So we actually on Storm Rage, you know, monumental moment for the Modest Millions community. Even though I know a lot of people are on EU, and I apologize that you can't come and play with us. We'll figure something out as we grow to where we can build you into that. Maybe even have like an EU version. But we got Modest Millions guild name on Storm Rage, so we'll start working on other servers as we grow. I think it'll be really cool to, you know, use my platform with YouTube and everything like that to have a economy-based guild. Because then if we want to, you know, do a new farm or something like that, you have plenty of people that you can play with. It's always been my hardest or my hardest aspect of the game is to find people that want to do the farms that I end up wanting to do, which I can understand. A lot of the farms I want to do are old farms that most people don't want to do. Application process? No, we are not fancy. We are not that fancy yet. I guess. You know, all depends. We're growing pretty big, pretty quick, so you know, if we have to, you know, make additional ones on the servers to have enough people that want to come in, then we will. But as of right now, if you want to join, you can join. Just know that, you know, that's going to be the majority of what we're doing in the guild. Is going to be mostly economy build. We're going to use it for testing different stuff, and you're more than welcome to join. And doing a lot of old world farms, because if you haven't been subbed for long, then you probably don't know. But if you check back on my videos a little bit, I have an old farm addiction, and it's bad because I do a bunch of 10-hour farms. I'll just sit in random places, spamming Moonfire for 10 hours. So, just about as close to insanity as you can get. I've been told that you know if you're insane if you do the same thing over and over again expecting different results. Every time I expect different results because I want different items to drop. I guess I'm not completely insane yet. I'm probably pretty close there. Alright, insanity loves company, so that's why I needed to start a guild. Bring a bunch of people down with me and we can all just go insane together. There's a bunch of, there's actually a bunch of, before I started making videos, stuff that I was doing like with open world farms, and they nerfed a good many of them, but essentially the way they nerfed them is they nerfed it to where you were no longer able to do it with a small party, but you could still do it with a bigger party. Like a bunch of the farms that I used to do a whole lot of, that only took 2 people, which was easy for me to get up, you know, may take 4 people now. That's a little bit more difficult for me, so the guild hopefully will help out with that, and then we can make a bunch of gold together. That'd be awesome. Oh yeah, absolutely. Good. I'm leaving that model yep. Oh, crap. This character's not in it. Yes, it is named Modest Millions. I was glad that we got the name and nobody had trolled me yet and tried to get the name, so. And if anybody's interested, like I just said, you're more than welcome to join. We're on Storm Rage, and I will more than likely create just like a Modest Millions equivalent on any of the other servers that I'm on. So that'll be a lot. So like Dentarg for sure. I'll create one. Then the other one, the Moon Guard probably. And then I want to create a Horde presence, more of a Horde presence. So I'm going to level a character up on Area 52 as well. If anybody that's watching me has Horde tunes, I'll probably create a Modest Millions guild on Area 52. Oh, I gotta stop yawning. God, this farm is just so nice now that I don't have to actually walk everywhere. No tree. I am not. However, I definitely should be. So I gotta probably gonna spend a couple of days here. I gotta do more research. I've never done multi-boxing before, so I'm gonna buy Isboxer here in a day or two, and then I'm just gonna kind of spend some time setting it all up. I already have the other account on my Blizzard, so that they all have flying. I'll probably just start with one, and then we'll go from there. But yes, I need to be multi-boxing this, because I would obviously make a lot more than doing just the solo that I'm doing right now. But I like this because I do this anyway, and it gives me a good opportunity to be able to talk to you guys. Yeah, that's kind of what I was planning on doing. Gonna do it to where I scale up every time I hit enough back, hit enough WoW tokens back to pay for the next game. I'm fine with paying everything up front, out of pocket, at first. This is just an investment into the game for me. So, kind of sort of both. So as long as I can make profit on the potions, then I am making the potions. However, currently this week, Storm Rage has decided that nothing should be profitable, even with procs. So these mats are getting sold raw. I guess if I really wanted to, I could just wait and then flip them the next time, but it is what it is. I like making liquid. Oh yeah, that's the key to not screwing up as a gold maker, in my opinion. I can't tell you how many people I've seen fall down that rabbit hole, and they just get so stressed, and it just completely turns them off to ever trying to do gold making in the game again. Is that, this farm that I'm doing, y'all see me doing, is great, but if all you ever do is this farm, then you're going to be way behind. You're going to be way behind because your gold potential with this farm has a cap, and you have to stay diversified with what you do. That's it. Diversity, diversity, diversity. That's why I tried some things that I haven't tried recently. Tested them on this server. I tried them on my old server and they just didn't work. But apparently on Storm Rage, there is a market for because people don't want to have to go to the traders in Borealis to get certain things for cooking. So you can buy whatever it is, the Fusca and the stuff for cooking. You can buy it, just buy a couple stacks of it. It's not going to hurt you. It's not a whole lot of gold. And try it on your server. You can post those for like 10, 15, 20 times what it's worth, because some of them you can buy them out. Hell, I sold a 200 stack of mild spices that sells for like 15 copper a piece. I sold a 200 stack of them for almost 500 gold the other day. Now, that's 500 gold, but I didn't spend hardly anything in the mats, and all it cost me is going to a vendor. So people are, especially on high pop servers, you can get away with that, and that's actually a genuine method on high pop servers for making decent, steady income. You can definitely sell convenience to people, and the convenience for them is they don't have to go and fly over to that vendor or go to Borealis to get that. They just pay at the auction house, and that's it. Oh, and we need to head our way, make our way back, because I can get. Ooh, look at that! Oh, that's gonna be nice. Rank 3 anchorweed. Here we go. Only the third time that I've grinded out rank 3 anchorweed. I think 3 dual gatherers is enough. What do you guys think? Or do we need more? Maybe more. Go fly over and turn this in, and then keep going. Would show you guys my my tailor over on Dentarg, but I need to do some spring cleaning on there because I barely have any bag room. But I've been making a lot on there with deep sea bags. Woohoo! Another rank 3. Go get some more anchorweed. Alright, so we're hitting the end of this CD, so what are we thinking? What are we thinking for the next next musical talent to grace our ears? Oh boy, there's a multi-boxer. Poked him.
Thanks, Garrett. Right on. Thanks, Pop. Garrett. Thanks, Pep. Thanks, Jared.
Rock.
Thank you, Head.
Okay.
Thanks, Les. Thanks, Fatso.
That's nice and broad. Like it. A lot of freedom. We like hard rock, classic rock. metal, or all of the above? Because, you know, if nobody on the stream is planning on sleeping anytime soon, then I'm not against putting on some Slipknot. That's what I normally listen to while I'm farming. A little bit of headbanging going on. Tis, is that you? You're upside down? Yeah, I've got to get my druid, this guy, over onto it so that I can actually pop up. Yeah, if you can figure that out, my brother-in-law and I were trying to get it earlier, and I'm like an idiot savant when it comes to that. So I actually couldn't, so this guy, for Swifty, I had to use special characters, and even though I was using the right special character, it would not let me invite him for some reason. But if you want, more than welcome to, go ahead and invite me. So, Tis, is that your character upside down that was on the guild? Yeah, go ahead. Keep up the hard work. I like it. Give it a shot. See if you can invite me. It's Swifty. SCHW, and the I is the Alt 140 numlock I. Well, let's take a look and see what we got so far. The 4 down here. Pretty decent. Hmm. Look at that. Getting invited to my own guild. Asking? Go ahead and ask away. A little redundant, but go ahead. I am definitely mainly on Alliance. However, I'm really wanting to start getting onto the Horde side. So I'm gonna probably start with Area 52. Necro, are you one of those essentials like me? They got me working like a dog right now. $35K profit's not bad though. Oh, okay. Nice. So then, yes, you are very essential. Hopefully you're staying safe. Hmm. So if you have a bunch of ults and you're leveling them, but you don't have flying, I would say your first thing is get flying. And then once you get flying, then level them all from 110 to 120. However, it's also not that bad depending on how much gold you're making to, for whatever you're wanting to do, you can pay for boosts as well. And most servers are only charging about 5K right now per level. Which is not bad. Ooh, 6 anchor weed on a node. Love it. Nice. That's definitely doable. Oh, that's doable with just raw gold farming. Don't even have to flip anything. Obviously, flipping will make it easier, but I'll have to. Oh yeah, still definitely doable. My eye was twitching the other day because I wanted to do a big flip, but I would be breaking my own rules. The whole one about not putting all your gold into something. I just don't know how long it would take to sell. On Dintarg, there's somebody selling white woolly for like 1.1 or 1.2, and on Storm Rage it sells for about 2.5 to 2.9. So on the boost, they're actually more beneficial not killing any of the bosses, only killing the trash and then resetting. I think they kill final boss, if I remember correctly. pretty much. But supposedly you make the runs a lot faster if you just skip the other bosses. Like I said, I have not done enough of that to be coaching those in my opinion. I know basics. Want to Buy Gold has a really great series that he did with a collaboration of other guys that do that, and those guys do essentially just do that for a living. So yeah, I would take what they say about boosting and you know take it to heart. But from what I have done, it actually is pretty smooth, even with a warrior. Alright, let's see what we got for music here going on. Change it up here a little bit. Got Yeah, so 5k per level, not for the runs. So, you level them from 110 to 120 and you get about 50k, or 50k if you charge 5. There we go. Start with some of the newer stuff so it's not quite as hard, so we don't scare everybody off the stream just yet. Yeah, this is my relaxing music here. Van Kento, no I have not. Okay. So what were we talking about with the transmog? Okay. I don't think that I've ever taken enough time to even look and see if they had like a 4-stack set. That is true though. Normally just sell or vendor those. Makes sense. Yeah, because a lot of people will buy out the heirlooms with gold and that's easy. I'll have to give that a shot. I just haven't had much luck selling rings in general. But also, to be fair, I was selling them on Dead Target, not Storm Rage. There's probably more of a market on here. Yep, and you can definitely make gold doing that. Very niche market, but you can make gold doing it. So there's Justin, there's really no easy answer to that. With Blizzard shutting out their API, it's gotten a lot harder. Um, so this is the way I look at it. If it's the server that you're used to, you need to just pick a couple of things that you want to try, and it's just going to be a bunch of testing. You're going to see, go on your server and throw up a bunch of transmog from a bunch of different farms across, vanilla, BC. Don't just stick to one area because that's kind of hard to gauge. And then do old potions or old enchants and stuff and just do a bunch of testing on your server. Now, if you're talking about how I find out what's profitable on a new server, whenever I'm doing a new server, I will do similar kind of things, but normally I will bring a pet over from using pet arbitrage and just opening it back up on a different server and selling it on the server to get some instant gold. And then instead of spending the time farming, I will just buy and flip certain things. So what it'll tell me if the transmog market is dead or not is if I buy an item that I know is selling. Like, for example, the Shadow Weave Mask is a good one for tailoring. I use that as one of my staples. I'll buy a Shadow Weave Mask and then I will sit there and try to flip it. If I can't flip a Shadow Weave Mask in a week on a server, then I know that most transmog on that server is probably dead. That's just my opinion because that's one of my highest selling transmogs. And I know that it's because it's for the mount in Legion, but it still sells. So I use stuff like that. Then I'll buy materials and flip them. The materials I buy normally stick with the new expansion stuff. However, good old materials to try and flip would be corium. Corium is a good one, and ghost iron ore. Yeah, so Miranda, with the grays, are you talking about just like grays that you normally would vendor? Okay, so to figure that out, Justin, you would I use add-ons. So 2 add-ons that I would tell you to get that are just like you have to have them. One of them is going to take a while for you to kind of get into, but the other one's pretty easy. So Undermine Journal. So it's the Undermine Journal. And you can see I actually don't have mine up right now. So if I reload, I can show you exactly what it'll show. We'll take something, for example, let's see. There we go. Okay, we'll use this. So, if you look at my Potion of Treasure Finding, I have a bunch of stuff under it, and that's from me having TSM and the Undermine Journal. The Undermine Journal are the ones at the top. And it says like 3-day price, 14-day price, US median, US mean, all that fun stuff. So what you can see is that average price for 3 days on this server is about 424. The US median is 747. Now if you look down on TSM, it updates more rapidly than the Undermine Journal. So you can see with my TSM, it shows me that 43 minutes ago, Potion of Treasure Finding was selling for a min buy it on the server for 417 gold. So if you get those two add-ons, and even if you don't configure anything with them, it'll automatically show you all that. That's how I tell what's selling on the server and what for. So, okay, so Miranda, actually, so, how about this? I am going to have 16 minutes left on the Darkmoon Firewater, and then I think we're gonna call it for the night. However, before I get off stream, I'll switch back over to one of my bank alts on Dintarg, and Miranda, I'll show you a gray item that I've also sold before that I actually have as one of my transmog pieces on my bank alt, because this is why they sell. The gray pieces are normally pieces that sell that are transmog that technically isn't transmog because you can't learn the appearance, but you can make your character have the appearance by having that specific item. Hell yeah, let's go. Hey Ferris, how's it going? And Miranda, just to be honest with you, 99.9% of the gray items that sell either sell because they're ridiculous looking transmogs like the one I'm going to show you, or it's slutmog. So that's what sells when it comes to transmog. It's either really cool appearances, really crazy looking appearances that are unique, or it's slutmog. Hey, Ferris, so what is your eye level and what are you running? Like, what's your class? Paladin, Druid, Demon Hunter, what? Oh. And Octopus, what is your name? We can edge you in here. Oh. Oh hell, you already got in, didn't you? Well, on my server, oh good lord. So the Frost DK you could probably run through easy. Easy. Even the Fury Warrior would go through pretty quick. It all depends on your server. What a good way to base it that I would do first is I would go to like Stormwind and I would just sit there and watch for people to post. Now, if you don't see a bunch of people posting during a high volume time, then there's two things. Either there's absolutely no market for boosts on your server, which could be true, but I'm sure you could probably get somebody. Or there's going to be a bunch of them, and then I would just sit there and watch and see what they're posting. Because obviously, if they're sitting there and they're posting it they're either doing one or two things. They're either just starting out like you, or they've been doing it for a while. And you know, if you look and they're selling for 1,000 gold per level, then it may or may not be worth it to you. Yeah, Tiss on here can probably tell you more about that than I can, but from what I've seen, Allie and Demon Hunter are really good with it. I mean, that's what I charge. I charge 5k per hour. I mean, not per hour. I'm sorry. Oof. 5k per level. Yeah, 5k per hour, and I'd drive everybody else out of business. I'd also be very poor. Oh yeah, tons of ways to make gold on full servers. An interesting one that it's not gonna make you a whole lot of gold, but it's something you can play around with. I was just talking about earlier is essentially items from vendors for cooking for BFA will sell on full servers for the sheer convenience of people being able to just sit on their bank alts in in Stormwind and not have to run back and forth from the vendors. So like yesterday I was saying I sold I honestly didn't think it would sell, but I've sold 2 stacks of it so far. Bought 2 stacks of mild spices that you can buy from the vendors for 15 copper a piece, and sold them for 500 gold. So people will pay for convenience. It's just one way that you can do it. On high-pop servers, obviously, like farming, kind of like what I'm doing right now, is decently good. However, if you're not multi-boxing, it's not optimal. Ooh, Big Mex. Wow, you're actually on a server that Big Mex is profitable. Interesting. The Big Mex take the ionized minnows, right? If I'm not mistaken, Big Mex are cooking. Yeah. Yeah. So, not that it's actually like, I mean, there's probably other people have talked about this and stuff like that with those, but there is a way that you can farm ionized minnows just brutally fast. I was thinking about whether or not I should make a video about it, but it's kind of late in the expansion to make stuff about Mechagon now, you know. But if you get one of those, you know, so I've seen a bunch of people, they will use the vacuum. So there's that vacuum that you can get that vacuums up whole schools of ionized minnows. So that's what a lot of people use. But then they'll like mount up and then go over to the spot and dismount and use it. And that's just actually like brutally insufficient. So if you go around or you find one of the jetpacks, and you put the jetpacks on, and then you go around to all the nodes with the vacuum on. It never dismounts you, and you can just fly over the node, kind of like what I'm doing right now. And as you hover over it, you can just vacuum it up, and then while unmount, I can't speak right now. I'm sorry. Without dismounting, you can just suck the minnows up and then fly back off, and it is ridiculously fast. So, if you're not doing that already, and your server is making profit on Big Macs, that's what you need to do. You need to find a jetpack over in Mechagon, find the vacuum, and do it, if you're not doing that already. Because you will be able to get a lot more ionized minnows. And I'll tell you, this new Slipknot album went hard. Got to see them live this year too. They killed it. It was awesome. Yeah, so TSM normally updates a lot slower. I mean, not TSM, I'm sorry. The Undermine Journal normally updates a lot slower. So, Undermine Journal may be up to like, a couple hours behind on updating. So, if another one but it's a big one that you would need to update is TSM. You do Trade Skill Master. So what you can do with that one is you'll essentially have to get the add-on for Trade Skill Master and the desktop, and then when you register, you'll put what server you're with, and then as you can see, it updates a lot faster. Like I'll show you. Oh, it shows up in combat. You can see this one updated 57 minutes ago. So a lot can happen in 57 minutes. But 57 minutes ago, that's what the price was. So there's a little bit of a lag with any of these. That's why you always just want to double check as well. So if there's something that you want to try to flip or farm, I would set it to AH before you start the farm. And then say, okay, this is the item I want to look for, and then check it and see. But what it also does really good showing you is it shows the sell rate. And that's the big key for transmog, at least. So you can see here, and for crafted materials, because you can see here on my server, regional average daily sold is 2,000. 2,355 of these sold for the netherweave cloth. But you can see this one is 0.01, which means it's a low selling transmog, very low selling. But here, 0.02, a little bit better. So I'd be more out to keep this one to sell for transmog than I would this one. I believe the updates are due to you updating on the actual app. So I think it will update it if you like close out WoW and then pull up the desktop TSM and then make sure that you're on your server and you hit update. It'll update. It normally automatically updates like while you're in the game, because obviously I've been in the game longer than 59 minutes. So it'll update, I think hourly or every other hour, but I'm not completely sure on that. But yeah, if you haven't updated your desktop one, then it may be running a little slow because of that. Let's see. Alright, we are hitting the end here, guys. About to be out of this Darkmoon Firewater, and then we're going to be calling it for the night. Because I'm getting tired, and I gotta get a little bit of sleep. Just a little bit. Let's see. Yeah, so transmog is a rough one. So there are some servers that it's great. Don't get me wrong. If you're just wanting to get into transmog now and you're still trying to get your longboy, I would highly recommend staying away from big, like long-term intensive grind farms and stay in the crafted transmog farming range. So like farm materials that you may not have on the AH, or buy the materials on the AH and craft transmog items. Yeah, it's about to hit midnight here, so that's what I would say for that. I have a Jara Necro. Yeah, I would still say. So it all depends. If you're gonna go off of just raw gold and no materials whatsoever, do Mauve Souls, because you'll be able to do it a lot faster. You'll be able to clear 10 runs and have plenty of time left over. And if you want to do if you have a cooking, if the person that you're running or the character that you're running is cooking, a cool little side thing that you can do is if you look up Fatty Bear Steak Farm. The Fatty Bear Steak Farm is just right outside of the Mauve Souls. So it'll take you like 40 minutes to do 10 runs of Mauve Souls because it's really short. Then you can just jump out of the dungeon, go over there and farm some Fatty Bear Steak from the bears right up on the ridge, and then go back when it resets. No, I'm not from Oklahoma. And let's see, Arcus. What's the best way I can? So 12 120s again, like I said earlier, you definitely want to do your emissaries right now. All of your emissaries on every character need to be done. You need to take advantage of the 100% rep bonus. You're going to get your exalted caches twice as fast. So if they're all exalted or close to exalted, grind that out and that's what I would be doing. Also, if you have an alt army like that, make sure that they have, I'm sure that you probably already have professions on all of them, so that'd be my next bet. Yeah, no problem. Alright, so Miranda, if you're still in the stream here, I'm gonna log over onto my my bank alt on Vintard. Hit bang in here. And then I'll show you that. There you go. If you can't tell, I have a little bit of a alt problem. Alright, so don't pay attention to the bags or anything like that, or the, you know, like 681 transmog items that I need to go through. Alright, so let's see. This is a transmog item that I use for my banker. Battered jungle hat. So you can look up ones like this and essentially you can farm these, but you have to be careful. So if you have like a scrapper add-on or something like that, that whenever you go to a vendor it auto scraps everything for you, then you know it'll sell stuff like this. But you can go to certain areas, find stuff like this, and farm them. And so, like, say my character's level 2, I don't need to have anything to get it, but this is the only way you can get it to look quite just like this. The color that I wanted, and you know, the lovely little cheetah print. So this, as you can see here with the min buyout, there's one auction up and it is going for 14k, and the regional sell average is 7k. I think I paid like 8 or 9k whenever I bought it. And then this is another one. Well, it's not. These are kind of like gray white items. So this may or may not have been answering your question. I apologize if it wasn't, because gray items are even more of a niche, but these are technically white trash items. So yeah, but it's more for the transmog appearance, because this is a way for me to get it. Oh, and I have my cufflinks there, you know, I gotta look shiny. Oh god, I've really got to go through this. Oh, looks like I need to kind of go through this soon. Lacking. Oh, I was cleaning this one out. I forgot about that. See if anything over here sold. We'll look on my Tailor Enchanter real quick, and then we're gonna call it for the night, guys. Thanks for everybody that stopped in. I really appreciate it. Love getting to talk to you guys. If you guys are new to the channel, please subscribe and come out and hang out with us some more. I'm gonna make sure that I keep doing a bunch of these streams because I like getting to interact with you guys. Still a little bit. Okay. Light leather and no, not a whole lot. But as you can see, I have a crap ton of old enchants that I'm continue to relist. That's gonna be it for the night, guys. Yeah, thanks everybody. I will see you guys next time. Not quite sure if I'll stream tomorrow. May stream tomorrow. I have a couple days off, so yeah. If you guys have any questions, just you can comment on the video, or hit me up on Twitter, or if you're on Storm Rage, come and join the guild. I'll see you guys. Have a good night.